about society.
You should make the world a better place for having been in it, not fuck it up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Lemmy was real as it gets. He was the realest rock and roller that's ever lived.
As real as it gets, and also incredibly humble.
He's the Jesus Christ of rock and metal.
It's untouchable. He's like a Marvel superhero.
In a very real sense, he's a rock and roll messenger. He's authentic.
Heavy metal icon.
He was no bullshit.
There's only ever be one Lemmy. There's not going to be another one that takes his place.
War wie so ein Engel für mich. Hat vielen Menschen ganz viel Glück und Freude gebracht.
Behind that incredibly cool, iconic look and persona, there was a lot of depth.
Don't forget us. We are Motorhead.
I think the thing that made Motorhead special, I mean, they were one of a kind. To me, I feel like they were the first real crossover with punk and metal.
I had friends who were punk rock guys and girls, and I had my metal friends, but everybody could agree that band was cool. That was the thing. They were like the common ground for both the punk kids and the metal kids.
What is the secret of Motorhead?
There is no secrets in Motorhead.
I'm going to lose, and gambling's for fools, but that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. And don't forget the joke.
I'm sure when Motorhead first started, people probably didn't really like them or didn't catch on because it was so different than everything else at the time. And loud and crazy, and it didn't really fit into any category at all. But then other people catch on and like these people are having fun. And I mean, that's like Jackass was like that. We were kind of the misfits of the skateboard world and not fitting in with the other people. And you know, if you just keep on doing what you're doing and what you want to do, you know, the rest of the world will eventually catch up with you.
It's a very loud kind of music. I mean, was it done to your health? I mean, was it done to your ears, for instance?
Eh?
I didn't know that I was hearing Lemmy's bass. I thought that was a guitar. So I didn't realize like that was his tone until I saw them perform. And I was like, oh, I thought that was a guitar tone. But his tone is like an overdriven guitar, but he's playing bass.
Ich als Bassist habe natürlich auch immer seinen Sound geliebt, oder? Er hat einen relativ verzerrten Sound auf dem Rickenbacker und den Gesang sowieso. Das ist was für ein Gesang.
He had really a character, and also, I mean, he has a unique voice. I mean, nobody could sing like him.
Wie bei Ozzy auch, das ist nicht ein Normalgesang. Das reicht in der Nähe von Hysterie, oder? Das ist mega geil.
He might have partied a lot, man, but his mental capacity was all there. He's just like had all kinds of figures about World War II, encyclopedic knowledge of, you know, rock music, soul music, everything, man. He's a bright dude.
Well, we come up from the gutter, the wrong side of the tracks.
It was the poetry, it was the lyrics for me where I realized there's a lot of depth there and very intelligent. That, to me, that's part of what made him so special. He was a true, like, renegade poet.
Brothers are babe, and we ain't never been back.
Lemmy ist ein totaler Freigeist, der schert sich an nichts, auch keine Konventionen. Der ist einfach Lemmy. Das war schon damals so eine totale Ikone. Jeder wollte auch befreundet sein mit Lemmy. Alle haben Lemmy geliebt.
The first time I saw Motorhead was when they were supporting, funnily enough, Motley Crue in Australia. And we had a backstage pass, and Lemmy came down the gangway coming to the stage. I hadn't seen him before in real life, and it was an out-of-body experience. It was like looking at God coming down, the hallway there. And he just looked at me, dead in the eyes, and he went, gave me a salute and walked on. And I've never forgot. I still get chills now.
I met him very first time in '84, and we immediately hit it off. He was so great. I loved him right away. I always felt very supported.
He's kind of like if Gene Simmons had his demon makeup on all the time, everywhere he went. Lemmy was Lemmy everywhere he went. You never saw a Lemmy not be who you saw on stage.
My introduction to Motorhead was through Twisted Sister, and when I seen that Lemmy supported them and brought them out on stage, and that's when I went, I like Lemmy. He likes Twisted Sister, and they're the weirdos, and I identified with the weirdos, so I knew he was cool from the beginning.
There's not really anyone that looked like that or dressed like that before.
Wanted to have the balls to wear the denim shirts that he was wearing because that's the coolest fashion item ever.
But I was so excited to see that he had the same taste as me with skimpy outfits. His shorts were pretty much cut into a thong. I mean, you would never expect that from him. How funny. Those aren't shorts, these are shorts. I don't think he wore that as a joke. That was just what he wanted to wear.
Their video came on, and it was Killed by Death, and there's Wendy O. She's crawling all over him, and he's driving down on the street on a fucking Harley Davidson, and then the mic like this and the mirrored sunglasses. I was like, who the fuck is this? It was so, I was like hooked from that point on.
I mean, Lemmy, what an awesome character. Yeah, complete confidence from that guy.
I think he just was the embodiment of what heavy metal and rock and roll is, really and truly. It was like reckless, but with a heart and a soul that people could relate to, but also like idolize.
He was authentic. He was no bullshit. You knew it from the beginning when he spoke, and he didn't put up an act. That was him 24/7.
And he was such a sweetheart of a guy. You might have got from the outside looking in to the layman, you might be a little nervous about that guy. A little nervous to sit down and have a chat with him, or maybe avoid him altogether if you saw him in a pub or something. But you just sit down and talk about old cars with him, and he would just be the sweetest guy ever,
Sehr intelligent und sehr, sehr sensibel.
Born to lose, live to win. Now everyone can be whatever they want.
Born to lose, live to win. For me, it's go for it. Believe in what you believe. Don't give a damn. Don't listen to others. Just do it.
The coolest thing in Lemmy's character was always that he's brutally honest. He always told what he thinks. Said what he thinks and stand behind that, and it's unfortunately rare in the modern world.
You really want to be like me? Jesus.
Be the authentic self that you are, no matter what, and don't try to put on airs or put on a show for anybody. Just be you. And if Lemmy taught us anything, it's exactly that.
We are the system. We are the law. We are corruption. Worm in the core.
Wie man sieht, Lemmy ist immer allgegenwärtig bei mir. Und natürlich ist er im Herzen, die ganze Zeit.
Just rock and roll. I mean, they lived it and they breathed it. And, long live Motorhead.
Everyone loved him so much, and he lived a life of rock and roll, you know?
That's the life of rock and roll.
Yeah, no, he really did.
Built like a cockroach. You know what I mean? That dude just, he was a survivor until his day came. But yeah, rest in peace, Lemmy.
Thank you, Lemmy. Thank you, mate. And you'll never be forgotten. And my ears are still ringing, so they'll be ringing for life. So thank you for that.
His vision for him was always solid, you know. He wouldn't compromise music or the band in any way, shape, or form for money or fame or anything. I mean, Motorhead forever.
And you wanted to create an unforgettable rock and roll band. That's what you said.
Yeah.
You think you achieved that?
Give him hell up there.
At the funeral, I'm going to have them play like the Laurel and Hardy theme, you know. Dun, 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 dun. That'd be funny.